Life only arises in balloons. So we have an area surrounded by a membrane or a boundary between two environments, for example liquid and gas, or simply substances of different density or structure. Whether it is a specialized cell of some complex organism, or a simple amoeba, or a fungal cell, it must have a good membrane in order to live and function. If we treat our skin as a border membrane, we have a picture of human life. The skin protects us against external stimuli and must be built in such a way as to let various substances pass in both directions. And what is the skin of a crocodile that cannot scratch behind the ear with its short paws, bind wounds, or detach parasites that attack and bite it? His skin has defensive, healing and deterrent properties. In addition, little cleaner birds jump on the crocodile, pecking and cleaning the crocodile of everything bad. And potatoes, cucumbers, spiny gooseberries, beans, wheat, corn, garlic, nuts, mushrooms, and others, apples and plums covered with waxes, natural cerberazoids and tannins, which protect the surface from invasion of bacteria and other threats. What do we need for our nutrition? Of course, these waxes and tannins are poisonous to us and create garbage in the body. At the same time, we need them to keep the body resilient and strong. In what proportions? No one knows and no one has studied it globally, although current trends praise the beneficial properties of some skins, hulls and pods. Well, everyone knows the healing and cleansing effects of potato peelings and bean hulls, which eliminate sand in the kidneys and furan and oxalate stones, and have a beneficial effect on the intestines. Now we will consider what to eat to cleanse the body and not poison it at the same time. Do not starve, but actually lose weight to your optimal body weight. What do we see when looking at a soap bubble? The fleeting moment? Vanity of life? Vanity? Symbolists in painting often used a bubble to emphasize the transience of a beauty that would pass like one brief moment until the bubble bursts and nothing is left. And yet, this is not only a poetic allegory, but a hard fact. A soap bubble is a membrane that separates two areas of air. What do you think? What is the pressure inside the bubble? Same as outside the bubble? Bigger? Smaller? In short, it has to be much bigger. As the pressure decreases, the bubble collapses, until the membrane turns into a drop of slimy soap. Each person is made of bubbles, which of course have membranes that are self-regulating in terms of pressures, or rather in terms of the amount of osmotically transmitted concentrations of various substances in the form of ions. So the control of our soap bubbles is created by exchanges of fluid pressures as well as energy and electrical pressures. At the same time, the bubbles exchange micro and macro elements with the environment. Some are in organic chemistry, others are digestion products, organic chemistry. Here we will only focus on the mechanism of improving membrane secretion or border transport. In short, as in a fairy tale, the picture is like this. The body strives to keep its bulky, beautiful bubbles, but they are cluttered and work less and less. The body pushes their food, and we eat and eat and eat. The garbage cans in our cans increase the pressure and make us feel strong. Our outer skin-covered body balances the increase in pressure in the membranes by increasing the external pressure, outside the membranes. There is also an increase in blood pressure here. The flow rate of various substances in the plasma, and the transport of energy that controls these processes. For a while, the body can cope with it itself. But we don't, because we continue to eat to feel strength, not to have heart palpitations and spots in front of our eyes. In the past, the skin was incised to bleed the patient's blood. The fashion for applying medical leeches has also come. All of this ended in death due to thick neck and bulging eyes and heated cheeks. One has often heard that someone has been struck down by lightning apoplexy. Who came up with these names? Coming back to our picture, we have more and more wilted membranes and more cluttered cell vacuoles. After division, young cells inherit these trash cans as well as excess passive energy carriers. It's like used batteries, except that they block the access of new batteries. See Krebs cycle, ADP, ATP. We, through this diet, activate the secretion of these substances suspended in idleness, stimulating them to exchange. Unnecessary potassium compounds, non-digestible magnesium, bad water, killer acetic groups are clogged, which, in terms of the similarity of chemically active combinations, are hidden in phytohormones. Here, for example, indolylic acids, 3.5 to 7.11 oxyacetic acid, which is oxyacetic acid. Growth hormone, but in higher concentrations, it is sprayed as a herbicide in orchards and plantations of all crops. For us, it is a poison that adds its next doses in our body, eaten with each fruit. Do not confuse herbicides with pesticides, which should be all banned immediately, not just DDT and the few others. My diet here is aimed at the revival of cell membranes, coatings of histologically separated areas such as organs. Additionally, or actually first, the diet must activate the flow of energy, ions, body fluids, in connective tissue. Unfortunately, the functions of the flow in the connective tissue are little studied by me. We'll cover this in the chapter on capillaries and ionic health orientation. I will also tell you this later. I will show you that the diet consists of what we like, not what is fashionable. Until next time.